we will start this week's deer video out. We talked about that. The babies. Where's the babies? There's a baby right there. She's a beauty. Looks like a little doe. Look at her right there. Isn't she pretty? She's up here with everybody else trying to. She's wild, but here she is right here by Apache and I. She's going to tame up. Looks like pretty well. Beautiful, healthy deer. And we're starting out looking at antlers. I guess we started out looking at antlers last night. Where did the deer go? She just disappeared out of the picture. Oh, there she is right over there. Pretty little girl, beautiful little girl. We started out looking at antlers last night. We looked at Mr. Forrest. Look at this right here. That is big. They have changed a lot in the 2 weeks I was gone. Get close-up looks at everybody here this morning. We got a little wind blowing, which is good because we're going to be 100 degrees today. And it's always good to have a little breeze. If it's 100 degrees, it'll feel like a furnace, but it's still better than no wind. But look at Forrest's antlers. Beautiful 5x5. Look down here, you can see everybody's enjoying the deer food this morning. Yes, sir. Looky there, looky there, looky there. Big antlers up close. Now, I saw TC out here earlier. I do not see TC amongst this bunch. Let's see. No, do not see TC amongst this. Oh, there he is right there. He had his head down. He was there. I thought I got $6 here. Surely I got TC here. But will you look at all those antlers right there? And they are still growing, I believe. We're getting close to the end of July, so we're about to the end of it. You'll see TC just won't stick his head up where we can really see him there. But everybody, Fat Boy is only going to be about an 8-point probably. That's what he's been the last 2 or 3 years. I think Fat Boy was a 12-point really at one time, and I think he backed off to an 8. Might not have been the same deer, not really sure. But when you take a look there, you see some really big antlers. We're starting the week. We'll look at them throughout the week. They're not going to change a whole lot, but we'll get some nice views of them. Get Chris out here feeding Forrest. Forrest came up to me last night when we got back. Forrest and a couple other big boys. I think Lucky 13 and that one that's the same age as Forrest. Look at all those antlers up there, will you? Look at all those antlers. TC now is looking really showing off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by about 5 or 6 or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 7 by 7. TC's got a lot of bone up there. A lot of bone on his head. Got a bone in his nose, ho. No bone in his nose, but definitely a bone in his head. And the little baby standing back there, wishing that I would leave. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful? Chris and I saw some babies as we come in last night. Several of the does between here and the gate that we saw had beautiful fawns. So the coyotes have taken a little toll like they always do, but we thin the coyotes down and we might have a larger fawn crop because of it. Isn't she beautiful? I don't have a clue what is better, morning or evening, but my gosh, this is just spectacular. This is just spectacular. Late in the evening, it made it to 105 today here in Oklahoma. 105. Look coming up there in the background. Look coming up there in the background. Is that gorgeous or what? Look at the little baby. Oh, I love baby deer. You could take the hardest, worst person, serial killer, rapist, drug dealer, how bad can people get, and put them around a baby deer and they just melt. They'd be soft. They just, baby deer, and there she is back there with her mama. Look at her back there eating the deer food. Not really paying a whole lot of attention out here to Jimmy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that is special. That is special. I don't know where to put this video, in with the Twin Eagle Ranch video or in with the Antlers video. We have very few days to film this week, only a couple, 2 or 3 days, a couple more days for the, well, really only one more day. That little guy. She's pretty spooky. Only one more day for the antlers as we do the other videos. But let's do a little zooming in there on those big bucks and just take a look at them. That's Fat Boy there, I believe. Look at his antlers. Look at his antlers. He's going to be 8-point, probably 4x4. He is still Fat Boy, absolutely no doubt about that. The little baby, where did that baby go? Oh, she's back behind. There, so you can see her feet. She's back behind Fat Boy. That's her mama right there. She's plenty fat. Looks like she could have another one, but she won't. That's Mr. TC right there. Big, beautiful. Look at that, 1, 2. Those may spread out some more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side. 7 on this side, and I don't know how much on the other side. Not nearly as many, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7 on that side too. It'll be a 14-point, a huge deer. Look at the body on that deer. My man TC is right here somewhere. Oh goodness. That's lucky number 13. My boy. My boy. Look at that deer. Look at the sun shining on him. That bright sun made it to 105 degrees today. Gee whiz. What a deer. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm hoping it cools off just a little bit. I'd like to get Chris out here feeding him before we have to leave while she's here this week. Got a big birthday party planned this weekend. But oh my goodness, he is such a beautiful deer. At least 10 points, may get an extra sticker or 2, I don't know. And that guy right there. Oh, look at those antlers. Yeah, that's TC. No, it's not TC. I don't know, they're just all so big. And look at the way that sun is hitting them. Like almost a bright orange color to them. Absolutely incredible. What beautiful deer. All right, we're going to put this in the antlers video, I guess. I just couldn't decide which. Oh, I could just stand here and watch them and watch them and watch them. That deer there is the same age as Whitey is that deer's daddy. And he is the same age as Forrest. Forrest is the son of TC. And then there's lucky number 13. He is going to have more than 13 points. Keep in mind, boys and girls, that's his second set of horns. I think that's a little girl over there. It's kind of hard to tell when they're young. You have to get just a little bit bigger before you can really tell, but we're looking at her such a close-up, but golly, she's pretty. She's a big deer, too. She's a big deer. So, I don't know how to quit looking at them and watching them. It's just, look at that baby. Look at that look on her face. They're just the epitome of innocence. Kind of like Jimmy, the epitome of innocence. Okay, I'm going to try to get a look at some of these deer if we can. Their antlers, they're all got away from me now after we run out of food. And I want to get a close look. They see Chris up there, and she's moved. I saw her there in her chair, and she's moved. She's gone out there somewhere else. But I'm going to take a look at some of the white deer if I can. We take a look at little Whitey there. You can see, keep in mind that is his first set of horns, and you can see just how good he looks there. He's just a spectacular little deer for his first set of horns. Going to be about a 10-point. Yes, sir. He turns around and looks at us. We're going to let him out, let him run around some. I definitely want him coming back to the pen at night time if possible. We sure don't want to lose him. He's just an absolute prize. He almost died. You see that deer there? I believe that is Ice. I think Ice has got long horns that have not branched out yet. And Casper has. Casper's really got quite a bit. Those are the little deer's first horns. Our albinos are having their first set of antlers. And that's Ice right there. You can see he's long, but he's not branched out much. He's going to be just about a 6-point, and he has no brown tongues, doesn't look like. I don't know if he's going to develop brown tines or not. And the deer that we got a little glimpse of there beside him is Prince Charming. We get a look at Prince Charming over here as close as we can. He was right up here on top of us a minute ago, but he may come over here again. But you can see that he is just really, really putting it on. He's going to come back over here to me again. I have to zoom back in because he's getting very, very close. He thinks we may have some more food. We don't. He says, you're out of food. I know it, Jimmy. I don't know how many points he has. Y'all can snap a picture there and try to count if you want. But they're not through maturing yet. They're going to still get bigger and larger. And so they're just getting really, 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 really fantastic there. And up close look at little Whitey. Little Whitey is going to be probably at least a 10 point this year. Maybe even one or two more than that. Looks like probably 5 on one side, maybe 4 on the other, maybe just 4 and 4, I don't know. Keep in mind though that that's his first set of horns, so he's got a long way to go. Looks like he may just have 8 there, I don't really know. I don't know though, I think they're gonna branch out to 9. I'd like to look around and find Casper. Here's Casper over here. It's beginning to get kind of dark. And we'll see if we can get a look at Casper. You can see Casper was the smaller of the 2 twins, but these twins were born here in the pen. So they are just strictly 100% hot baby. Hot baby. Hot baby. My precious wild child come up here to me. To get a little bit better look, it's getting closer to dark. We still got real pretty video. These iPhones take exceptional video. I've got it zoomed out a couple powers there, not much. 2.5, 2.7, something like that. But I want to get it's good to look at his antlers because you can see right there, again, his first set of horns. First set of horns, and he's going to be at least at 8 point, perhaps a little bit more than that. He doesn't look particularly fat like Prince Charming does. And the little deer right there is another deer that's the same age as Forrest. A possibility it could be Forrest's brother, but don't really think so. Or not Forrest, but little Whitey, I'm sorry. I get the guys all confused. Forrest is 3-year-old. That is that deer's first set of horns right there, so you can see that he is just pretty spectacular also. So what we have here in the pen at the house are some pretty doggone good deer. Rose is up here nibbling on my fingers, trying to get a little salt off, getting a little loving. Wild child is up here wanting some loving and some attention also. You can take a real good look. That's a nice look at them right there. And we're probably going to let Ice out of the pen because we can't keep 2 bucks in here. We'll only have Ice and Prince Charming. So we got lots of girls up here around me right now. Zoom back in. We can just take a look at the girls right here. I know it's antler videos, but these are some precious girls right here. Split ear and Rose. And that needs a collar back on her. She keeps getting her collar off. That's my wild child right there going pat around that tree. And I love her to death. I just love her to death. How about that little scene there this morning? Deer and elk. And the elk are pretty tame, actually. Yeah, they're going to run off now, I guess. They're saying, wait a minute. We don't want our picture took. We're not into picture taking. Where's my baby deer this morning? Let's see my baby deer. He's got 2 does right there. I know that one of those does, at least, has a baby. And I don't see the baby deer. But look at the big bucks there this morning. Oh my goodness. You look at them every day, they don't look like they change much, but when you're gone a week like I was, you can see that they change a lot. I mean a lot. Look off out there. Sometimes the baby's off out there a little further away. Mama might not like to bring it around. Hi there, Forrest. How you doing, big boy? Big boy, yeah. The feeder has just gone off. The does are up there crunching down. Don't know where those babies are. Don't know where her baby is. Pretty does. I think it's that one right there. I believe it's that one right there that's got a baby. Take a Good to look at those big old antlers there this morning. Well, they look just like they did yesterday evening or yesterday afternoon, whenever it was. I think I looked at them yesterday evening. I don't ever get tired of looking at them. That guy right there, I think it's lucky number 13. Yep, blue tag. Blue tag, lucky number 13. It's one of Whitey's boys. Whitey's legacy will live on forever. We need him to get with a lot of girls this time. Get with a lot of girls, big boy. Look at that. About a picture full of antlers. I bet a picture full of antlers. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Some more antlers in the picture.